Good morning, Miss Dila.
Good morning.
Okay, this is part of our IELTS interview. I will give you card with some questions. You have 1 minute to think and prepare your answer, and you have 1 to 2 minutes to respond. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, then here your card. Okay, you ready to answer?
Yes, I'm ready.
Then now you can tell your answer.
Yes, right. It's about promise. So last year, I promised myself to keep my health fit and fine since the doctor diagnosed me with GERD disease. And the doctor always told me to avoid spicy food, fried food, dairy food, etc. For about 1 month, I had trouble sleeping and the pain could recur anytime and anywhere. I couldn't do my daily activity properly. So that's why I have to keep my health with changing my lifestyle to make my healthy fit. I started taking green vegetables, which help reduce my stomach rises, and I'm not eating too much. However, that would be make bloating. Although the attempts to keep that promise didn't work at first, finally I kept my promise for about 1 month. I started to get result after I changes my lifestyle with diet, sleep, and exercise. I didn't feel so much pain at all, and my stomach really recurs. I feel pleased and light within a month. I achieved my goal. Even I became accustomed to eating healthy because of that promise.
Okay,
That's
great.
all.
Okay, good. Okay, now in part 3, I'll have some questions with similar topics. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, first question is, what kind of promises do people often make?
All right. I have one example of kind of promises do people often make. Such many people often promise to pay their debts on time, but in the reality, most of them break that promise.
Okay, then do most people keep their promises?
In my opinions, it depends on their personality. Some people are committed, so they never break the slight taste promise. But there are also people for whom they are accustomed to ignoring the promise, not to feel responsible for the promise.
Good. So why do some people fail to keep their promises?
I think people who cannot fulfill their promises are people who don't know their capacities. For example, we make an appointment to come to a party of our friends on a weekdays. We promise to our friends, but when that day comes, we can't attend because we are working overtime. Now, this is an example of someone who doesn't know his capacity their capacity. We know that we have to work at the office on the weekdays, so we shouldn't make promises to our friends. However, we don't know how our work condition on that day unless we are sure and have free time.
Okay. Next is, do parents in Indonesia often make promises to their children?
Okay, yes, exactly. In Indonesia, many parents always make promises to their children because they feel that they promise to comfort their children, even though the promise is not fulfilled by them.
Okay, then what kinds of parents, what kinds of promises do parents in Indonesia often make to their children?
I have a small example. Parents in Indonesia used to make a promise like, if the child doesn't want to eat, the parents immediately say, if you want to eat, then mommy will buy a toy for you. Something like that. This may not be a good thing to do because the parent usually doesn't fulfill their promises. And that is a lie that will be imitated by the child when he or she grows up. That's all from me.
Great. That's all my question in this interview. Thank you, Miss Dila.
You're welcome. Hello, good morning, Miss Novi.
Good morning.
Right, in this part two, I will give you a card with some question. You have 1 minute to think and prepare your answer, and you have 2 minutes to respond. Are you ready?
Ready?
Here is your card. Okay, are you ready right now?
I'm ready.
Okay, then you can tell your answer.
Okay, thank you. She's my childhood friend when I'm 5 years old. Her name is Elisa. She's a year younger than me. She likes spicy food. Same to me, but her level is higher. Regarding contact, since my brother resides in the same place with her, and actually we already been friends in social media, but we never greet to each other by chatting or something like that. So I'm very glad that we got in contact again, even though for the first time it's through WhatsApp, but then we met to each other face to face, and I feel so happy because it's like bring the memories of my childhood back. That's all.
Right. Now I have some questions with similar topics. Let's talk about new friends and old friends. First question, how can people make new friends in your country?
How can people make new friends in my country, Indonesia? As far as I know, usually they can make new friends through social media by just add or follow social media account each other and be chatting, or it can be when they attending the same event or school, and to not be alone, they will greet to each other and make new circles, and from that they get new friends.
Okay, the second one question is what's the best way for people to stay in contact with friends?
Best way to stay in contact. First, try to always keep the communication up by say hi when you meet your friends at somewhere out there, or ask how are you to each other, even if through social media such WhatsApp, Line, or Instagram. Or it's great if set a schedule together with your friends to meet up occasionally.
Okay, the third one is how important is it to stay in contact with old friends?
How important? Uh, Actually, staying contact is important, not just with our friend but everyone, because have many relations is good, and by staying in contact with our friends, it can save old memories, and also an old memories is a part of your life journey, right? That's all.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you, Miss Nafi.
My pleasure.